Very pretty question. So there are a lot of homeowners that have animals. Can we find out what the cost would be to have the animals tested with their blood?
That's interesting, I don't know
Can
much
you reach
about
out
it.
to maybe a veterinarian?
I'm sure you could, and we can work with them and try and help them, but if that, I haven't seen any literature on animals in regards to benzene toxicity.
Any other board question? No? Okay, public.
Do you know what levels are these days, the last couple of months for benzene release or benzene? How's the benzene affecting us currently compared to how it affected us 2 years ago during the drought?
Don't know the exact numbers, that's all coming out, and again, I'm not an attorney, but that's all coming out in depots. You as a community, in my opinion, have had a huge success in litigation, with the winning of getting a person back to PMK or person most qualified to make the opinion on benzene. So they now have them coming forward and trying to get at the truth, which I applaud the firm that's doing it, because it really opens up the health door and really, in my opinion, is the most important thing of your litigation, but that's just my opinion.
I'm very open to the
I just have
public. You asked two
I know,
questions.
but
I want to open it
where
to
are
the
we getting
public.
the testing done?
Can we open it to the public first? You've been patiently waiting, go ahead.
Yes, I would like to know whether these increased numbers mean a bigger spread around the valley for benzene affecting people, like, say, Woodland Hills or West Hills. And are you going to do any CBCs for people who live in Chatsworth?
We're gonna do CBCs and look at zip codes and take it out from ground zero, which would be the Aliso Canyon, and look at everyone on out. We'll have the ability to do that if we computerize the data.
Just a second, sir.
Yeah, I live in ground zero right here, and I have CBC testing every year before the exposure of the gas blowout and after. And I have the whole records.
Wow.
Which is fantastic, but one thing we don't want to fall into is we would like one lab doing all the testing with two pathologists looking at the blood.
That's my next question, so you need.
Oh, good, I answered.
Is that? So I have my next step is to go to your lab or, the lab that you had sent to do it? Okay.
Well, the lab that we're going to be working with is known as Primex, okay? Very good lab. I've worked with them for 20 years, and they're also community members, and they are definitely willing to
Are
help.
we
our
going to get
community.
email from you guys or from?
It'll all be set up, and I don't know how to get it to the community. I don't know your mechanism of broadcast here, so we'll try and get it to the people who go on Facebook, social media. I'll present it to ESON, and we can go from
Oh,
there.
yeah, so that was my question. If I wanted to find out how do I go about going to Primex to get a blood test, and is it gonna be announced via a Facebook page, or what's the method of communication? Because I have friends that aren't here at the meeting, and I'd like to tell them.
We'll have two mechanisms. We're setting this up, so it's still in the infancy
Okay.
stages. But the proposed theory is that you'll be able to go to a draw station anytime you want. I'm signing an order, so you don't need anything. You can just tell them you're part of the study, put your arm out, they'll draw you, take your $7, and you'll go on. Or you can come to my office. They're sending out a mobile phlebotomist but on Wednesday mornings between 9 and 12. They'll be there, they'll draw your blood and send it off.
And where's your office?
Yeah, where is it?
Stay with me for a second.
Where
Ma'am?
is it?
Is all this part of the AQM? I missed that part of your.
That's negative. Now, their information, I hope we can collaborate and do this. I did present that to them. You will see in the letter. I think they're on a different path. Could we potentially collaborate and overlay this with it? Yes, I think that would be very exciting to do, depending on our findings.
This is independent of the AQM meeting.
Totally independent.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is Primex?
Well,
And-
we'll give you all that information in time to come of where to go to have it drawn.
Okay,
But
and
they're
it
local.
will be like a frame of time that you will say, okay, we will start, for example, from the 15th of August and ends on the 15th of September. Is there like a frame time or?
No, we're going to be doing this study until 2022.
Oh, so we have to wait till.
Benzene is a toxin that can affect you. starting, some literature says 1 year, most of it says 3 years, up to 7 to 10 years later. So if these levels are true, as counsel, your plaintiff counsels have found out, these are very, very, very concerning.
Okay, lady?
How will you take into account viral illnesses like mono, which can affect?
We're looking at the design of the study, speculating if the study group is large enough, the distribution of all of the other differential diagnoses of leukopenia, which is low white count, will be distributed equally.
People will be very concerned about these results. Will you be giving the results to those who offer their blood?
Every patient has their relationship with the lab. Your payment is to the lab. I receive 0, nothing, zip. And you can request your labs be sent directly to you.
So again, my question, how will you account for viral illnesses
Well,
for these
again,
individuals?
just as stated, that viral illnesses will be here as well as it will be here. So the distribution of disease within a community is assumed to be the same. Is any data perfect? Absolutely not. This is as close as we can get.
Someone's raising their back, hand in the back, and I can't see who it is. Is that you, Helen?
Yes.
Oh, please.
Would this benzene affect factor 8 and factor 9?
That's a good question. Like hemophilia or von Willebrands or any of those?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I could do some research on that though.
My daughter was 9 months old when we moved to Granada Hills and she had von Willebrands.
I remember you telling me that, yeah. I haven't seen anything so far in the literature.
Greg?
Please.
I will add one thing. There are 2 noted mutations, genetic mutations that people can walk with will make them more susceptible to benzene-induced AML.